Exercise 6C, gradient. Okay. Exercise 6A is based on gradient, right? Now, what do we mean by gradient? See, if I make a line on a graph, if I make a line, a straight line, right? So every value which is given will be given according to, like, the line, if line is passing, so line must be passing from some points, right? Now, for instance, if I am saying that this is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is also 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5 and 6, it will be there. Okay. So now, basically, what happens when we are moving on a line? At any point when we are moving on a line, the line is going to rise from the starting point. The starting point was here, and now my line is having a rise. It is rising, okay, and also it is moving away from the starting point. It is rising, okay, and at every point it is going away from the starting point. So in a line, when a line is rising and it is moving away from the starting point, that thing has a ratio, and that ratio is known as gradient. Okay, what is gradient? Gradient is the ratio between how much the rise a line is having according to how much away it is from the starting point. So we call it as rise over run. How much rise is happening, like at this point, how much rise is being there, and how much far it is from the starting point. This thing is known as rise over run, which is my gradient. Okay. Now, how to identify that how much rise has happened and how much run is there in any line? Okay. So what we are going to do, for instance, I am taking this starting point, and from the starting point, for instance, I have taken this, and I am taking this one. So what I am going to do, I will do that. Okay, I will see how much rise is there from the starting point, how much rise is there, and from the starting point, how much run is there. How much rise is there? 0 to 2. From here to here, the rise is from 0 to 2. So rise is of 2, and 0 to 3. Run is of 3. It means that the gradient of this line is 2 over 3, means for every 2 unit in rise, there will be 3 unit of run in this given line. Now I made another graph. On x-axis, I'm taking 2, 5, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. On y-axis, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Again, I have to check that what will be my gradient, what will be my rise over run. Okay. So some points I'm marking over here. Now, in the previous one, the starting was from 0 to 0, origin 0, 0. So it was very easy to find out how much rise was there and how much run was there directly. But in this one, you can see that it is not passing from the origin. Origin is over here and it is not passing from there. So what will I do? Over there, we use a formula. What's the formula? The formula is, see, if I have to find that how much gradient should be there, gradient is represented by m. How much gradient is there? For that, I have to check how much rise is there. Either positive rise or either negative rise. Either increasing rise or either decreasing rise. How much rise is there? So for that, what I'm going to do, I should have two values on y-axis. Maybe from this point to this point, I'm going to do it. So I have to have the value of 5 from here. I have to have the value of 5 from here. So y2 minus y1. In the same way, now if I'm saying that I have to find the run. So how will I find the run? I should have two values of x. For instance, if I was talking about this one, I will have this value of x, and then I will have this value of x. I will see how much run is being covered. That is known as x2 minus x1. This is your rise, and this is your run. Okay. So now, in order to find the gradient of this line, what is the ratio between rise over run? In this one, what will I do? For instance, I am considering any two coordinates over here. First of all, this one is 2 and 5. This coordinate. This coordinate is 4 and 4. This coordinate is 6 and 3. This coordinate is 8 and 2. And this coordinate is 10 and 1. Now, in order to find, I have right now shown 5 different points, 5 different coordinate points on the given line. In order to find the gradient, you have to choose any 2 points. Completely your choice. First one with last one, or second one with last one, or this one with first one, whatever you want to choose. Okay. So I'm going to choose any 2 over here. So I am taking 2, 5 and 6, 3. 2, 5, 6, 3. This one will be considered as x1, y1, and this one will be considered as x2, y2. Okay. So now the formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1, which is rise over run. So what I am going to do, I am going to plot my value. First value is x1, the second value is y1. First value is x2, the second value is y2. So they are saying y2 minus y1. So 3 minus sign of the formula, y1 is 5 upon x2, 6 minus 2 So 3 minus 5 is minus 2. 6 minus 2 is 4. So when I will simplify it, the result is coming minus 1 over 2. Okay? My result right now is coming minus 1 over 2. Now I'm thinking, okay, I have choose these 2 points. Let me check it with some other pair also. So I'm selecting, let's say 4 and 4 and 8 and 2. Let me check that am I going to get the same gradient or not. So I am selecting 4 comma 4, which will be my x1 y1, and I am selecting 8 comma 2, which is going to be x2 y2. Okay, this I have got it. Now gradient formula y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. What is your y2? Y2 is 2 minus sign. What is your y1? Y1 is 4 upon x2. X2 is 8 minus x1 is 4. Simplifying it, 2 minus 4 is minus 2. 8 minus 4 is 4. Final simplification, my gradient minus 2 over 4, gradient can be mentioned by small m. It is coming minus 1 over 2 on a straight line. This was also coming minus 1 over 2, and this is also coming minus 1 over 2. So, always remember that gradient on a straight line, whether you are choosing any two steps of two coordinates, that completely your choice. If it's a straight line, your gradient should be equal. First, I have chosen these two. Now I have chosen these two, and see my gradient is coming same. So now you can try it with any 2 points, any 2 coordinate, find your gradient and compare it with my gradient, that are you getting the same gradient or not.